Saleh alaikum, hello. I'm going to Palestine all alone with almost no money, no film crew, no makeup or friends except for the one I met. Just myself touching the birthplace of Jesus, retracing his path, visit the breathtaking sceneries, eating the amazing local food, experiencing its culture and the warm hospitality of the Palestinian people. Not to mention witnessing their resilience and ending the day with a nice rub, all done safely, inexpensively and easily. Everything I can do, you can do. DIY Destinations Palestine, and you are invited. We are so fortunate to live in a small world with so many cultures, so much beauty, and so much diversity. The world waits for no one, and it's up to each of us to discover its magnificent destinations. Palestine has an undeserving image of being a land of political unrest, poverty, and chaos. But within this chaos, there's energy, life, and beauty. That's why I'm here, to experience the spirit of its resilient people, the history, and the cultures. Most importantly, to show the world that it's safe to come here, and to encourage all of us to discover without fear, and to experience this magnificent land. So let's begin our journey from the East Jerusalem Central bus station near the Old City. The first air bus station on the Nablus Road is located to the opposite of the Damascus Gate. These buses with green and white markings go to Ramallah. The second air bus station located left of the gate serves Bethlehem and Jericho. They have blue and white markings. And this is the bus I'll be taking towards Bethlehem to meet my co-host Boo Boo, a proud Palestinian who's eager to show off his country. I got off at the nearby village of Wawakaha to meet him and along with a really cool local olive farmer. They want to show the world that one of the most important symbols of Palestine.
One of the main figures is based on this olive tree, and today we're gonna bring you to the oldest olive tree in Palestine. Might be the oldest olive tree in the world. Official records, they say it's more than 3,500 years old. Za'atar is thyme, the Palestinian native thyme.
Of course, you can't just see the olive trees without some quality control, in the form of a delicious traditional breakfast with a famous olive oil and a dose of Palestinian hospitality.
Olive oil,
very important to the Palestinians.
From our holy trees. Okay, it's pickled olives, and it's pickled in a different way in Palestine. We call it tersis. And also it's from the tree here.
On the tree.
عندنا اللبنة
Labana.
اللي من الأغنام.
It's from sheep, and usually it's kind of a more dry yogurt or harder yogurt.
Nice.
زعتر.
Za'atar, it's a very typical Palestinian dish. It's made of local thyme mixed with different kinds of herbs and sesame seeds.
And دبس.
Dips, which is molasses or syrup.
Molasses, their version of maple syrup.
There's a term or a say in Palestinian, عيش ملح, which is bread and salt, which symbolizes like we came in a good relationship and bond because we ate together bread and salt.
I'm gonna get my hands a little bit oily and wet, but hey, I'm in Palestine. And is this right? It's good enough? Right? It's good? Okay, I passed the test.
Now, good. Now.
The politics of occupation is unavoidable everywhere, and there's multiple instances of Israeli settlers burning Palestinian olive trees while soldiers do absolutely nothing. And Israel is confiscating more land to build settlements. It's amazing. Even under occupation, the Palestinian farmer like Abu Raza is proud and still are in high spirits. The tree behind us is the oldest olive tree in Palestine, and yes, sadly it's time to go, but not before leaving a token of appreciation in form of a sweet maple syrup. I continue my journey to the Church of Nativity, the birthplace of Jesus in Bethlehem. Getting there was easy. If you are coming from East Jerusalem Central bus station, just take bus number 21 and get off at the last stop. From there, it's a nice 15 minutes walk. The holy site known as Gretel, the church set atop, is associated with the cave in which the birth of Jesus is said to have occurred. The original basilica was completed in 339 and destroyed by fire during the 6th century. A new basilica was built in 565 by the Justinians, and due to the cultural and geographic history, the site holds a prominent religious significance to those of Christians and Muslim faith. So here is one significant place to all the Christians is the birthplace of Jesus here at Church of Nativity. The main attraction is the star where the pilgrims are touching is the birthplace of Jesus 2015 years ago. So with that being said, let's get a little bit closer. Alright, so I'm touching the birthplace of Jesus. The Church of Nativity is a World Heritage Site and was the first to be listed under Palestine by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. Sadly, it's also on the UNESCO's list of World Heritage Site in danger due to Israeli bombings. Our next stop is Hebron, which is easily accessible from Bethlehem by a shared taxi minivan. However, given the political tension and being a flashpoint, the protest can spark at any time. Therefore, I am not going to recommend whether you should or should not visit the city. If you are, exercise high degree of caution and leave at the first sign of riot. I mean it.
باب الزاوية شو هذا street and the area which is called H1 and H2 where the settlements is inside.
While on our way to Oceana Street, the main road leading to a tomb of Patriarch, we encountered a demonstration along the way. So I decided to stop to experience it firsthand because I want to hear from their perspective. Once again, for your safety, I urge you to leave in this type of situation. But I'm going to stay behind to share their stories so you won't have to put yourself in danger. This is where we met Muhammad.
They're soldiers. Today we came to protest. We came to say that no for occupation and to ask for getting back the bodies of our children. The soldiers came to the mosque and started to attack everybody, and they didn't allow for anyone to enter the mosque to pray. So they were shooting live ammunition bullets and rubber bullets and tear gas and sound grenades and attacking people physically.
It's amazing how many young teens come out to fight for their rights and the end to the brutal occupation. Despite the casualties week after week, the same youth come out to demonstrate their frustration by throwing rocks and cocktails. I don't believe in violence, but at the same time, I really pray for their safety. Muhammad also offered to take us to Oceana Street and eager to tell us the lives of Palestinians living under occupation and apartheid. Even though Oceana Street, or nicknamed Apartheid Street, is located in a Palestinian city of Hebron, Israeli IDF soldiers only allow foreigners or Jewish settlers, referring to the predominantly Israeli Jewish civilians living in the illegally occupied Palestinian land, to have access to the street. What's his reason that we can't go in?
Actually, in October, from the beginning of October, the Israeli soldiers killed 7 Palestinians inside, and they were planning for this. So they were trying to stop Palestinians from entering this place and from coming to this place. They want just to control Tel Rumeda and to make the settlement bigger. And they just want to make a connection between Tel Rumeda settlement and Kiryat Arba settlement, which is up of that mount.
However, today wasn't our day. The Israeli soldiers refused our access to the street. But like our Palestinian team members, I'm even more determined to get in, even if I have to go through another entrance. But not before handing out a gold chocolate coin to a Palestinian child. And the smile on their face, priceless.
And one concrete wall, people who used to live here, they were all kicked out of their houses. These shops are like closed. You can see this pharmacy is open. The doors are open because settlers went in, destroyed everything. So people since 1994, they just couldn't come and enter to their shops and to their houses.
Along the way to the entrance of Cave al-Patriarch, or Ibrahim Mosque referred by Muslims, I walked to a street with safety net above us and was told these were there to protect Palestinians from Jewish settlers who throw stones even in the hindsight of Israeli military watchtowers. So as a foreigner, would it be easier for me to enter the mosque?
As a foreigner, yeah, but as Palestinian, I'll be targeted. And if they know that you are supporting the Palestinians, then you will be the other.
How are you?
You will be other target for them.
Good.
1948, they still have the keys of their houses, so they want to come back.
Finally, we made it to a Cave al-Patriarch, also known by Muslims as Sanctuary of Abraham. It's a series of subterranean chambers located at the heart of Hebron's old city. This site is holy to all three religions and has been associated with the holy book Torah, Bible, and Quran. The caves in an adjoining field were purchased by Abraham as a burial plot to be used as double tomb of Abraham, Sarah, Isaac, Rebecca, Jacob, and Leah, all considered patriarch and matriarch of the Jewish people.
Because it's a Friday, it's not allowed for non-Muslims to visit at Friday.
Oh, okay.
So today is because it's Friday. It's a vacation of Muslims. Yeah. So we are not as Palestinian. You are not as non-Muslim.
At the end of the block, we made it to Oshana Street. Israel closed the street for Palestinians after the riot following the February 1994 Cave al-Patriarch massacre. The lone gunman opened fire and killed 29 Palestinians and wounded 125 more before being overpowered and beaten to death. The incident shocked and was condemned by both Israeli and Palestinian authorities. When a group of settlers approached me, my team quickly pulled me away, fearing a confrontation. I do normally what I do, a handshake diplomacy while the camera is recording. Well, the Israeli Defense Force wasn't so happy, and my team was greeted with a short standoff with their guns pointed to us. We were fully cornered, but there is no way I'm backing off or surrendering our footage. Eventually, they retreated. I guess we won. Once again, I left a gold coin for a Palestinian baby, hoping that he will not need to live the life of occupation. You and this boy, peace and prosperity, and I really hope, that's my hope.
This is Palestinian drink. For the BDS, we don't buy the tubuzina, which is Israeli product. It's a kind of pressure on the Israeli government to stop what they're doing against the Palestinians and their violations against.
After surviving the standoff, it's obviously time to cool off and toast with a Palestinian drink. And yes, vitamin C and a dose of politics are all part of the same ingredients. But hey, I need more than sugar and water to keep myself awake for the rest of the long day. The other day I tried the Ethiopian coffee and let's see how it stack up. And to stack up, how it stack up to our Starbucks coffee. It's very unique because it's actually not bitter at all, but it's very smooth and there's some little bit of sugar in it. Definitely you have to go and it's hard to describe, so that's why you come and taste out yourself, and it's only half a shekel, which is 8 US penny.
They're making a very good work and very good sandwiches and very good shawarma, so they're getting more.
And even worse, on Fridays, most shops are closed in Palestinian cities, so there's limited options for food. The cheapest option we can find is shawarmas, and it's pretty good and filling too.
It's really good. Sukam. Alright.